Good morning, everybody. How are you all today? I'll just give it a minute or so, or a few seconds, to see if anybody is joining me. If you are watching, let me know. Say hello. Let me know you're there. Like, love, just let me know you're there. But today I thought I would pop on and just do a really quick live on repetition. What does she mean by repetition? So repetition for you and your child. Now the reason I'm coming and talking about this today is because it's something that seems to be a bit of a theme in terms of self-development for yourself and development for your child. And a lot of parents, a lot of, just people in general kind of really want this quick fix, right? You want to get from A to Z like in a really short space of time. And that is, something that you'll want for yourself. That's something you'll expect your kids to do in a way in certain areas as well. And, the truth is that there's no, if you want long-term change, if that is what you genuinely want, and you really want to transform your situation, you can't have a quick fix. You just can't. It takes time. And the key to getting your long-term change is repetition. Okay? And people don't, a lot of people, they don't consider this. They just kind of think, okay, I'll read a book or I'll have one session and then that's it. It's just going to embed and everything's going to transform. And the truth of it is, I don't know anyone that does it like that. I don't know anyone that does it like that gets long-term change. If you're watching, say hello. It takes repetition and it takes time. How long does it take is entirely down to you, but you have to keep doing something again and again and again until you fully embody it. Now, I know with things like self-development, you hear people, especially on social media and, talking about, oh yeah, you can get this and you can get that and you can do, and yeah, you can have those things. You can get the body you dream of. You can be the best lover in the world. You can, get your 10K month, all of that. You can have it, but there's a process and there's a journey to having it. It's like with your child. You tell them to do something once. It's so unlikely that they're gonna do it perfectly or how you desire them to do it the next time. In fact, it's really likely that they are going to do it, in your eyes, maybe incorrectly or not in the best of ways for a long time until they finally get it. You wouldn't show a child how to tie their shoelaces. I mean, some people do, but ideally you wouldn't show a child how to tie the shoelaces and expect them to get it in that one go. What would you do? What would you tell your child? Practice, practice, repeat, practice. So if you would tell your child that, if you would teach that, if you would tell anyone that, you have to understand that you have to do that too. And that's across the board in any area of your life. It takes repetition. It takes a while to learn something new, for you to actually hear the message, for you to learn, to hear the knowledge, then to embed it, then to practice it, embody it. It takes time and it has to be repeated for you to fully absorb it and learn it, embody it and be it. It's the same example with tying the shoelaces. Your child will try and it won't work, and then they'll try again and then they'll want to give up. but you encourage them to continue. You encourage them to repeat. Practice makes perfect, whatever perfection is in your eyes. We all have our own versions of perfection. But this is the thing. It's about doing it again and again and again. This is why I don't do single sessions when I work with parents. Because the truth is, we can have a session. I can give you all the knowledge that you desire. You can go away and you can implement it. But it's likely that the reason you came to me was because you needed somebody there to support you continuously, repeatedly. And you're then off on your own and it works for a little bit and then you drop off. Not saying that that's for everybody, but that's for a lot of people. So this is why I would always offer a course of sessions or a bundle or some kind of package. Because, you know, a lot of the time, doing it once is not enough. We fall off, especially when we have our own way of doing things and we've been doing it for so long. And it's a case of actually not just learning something new, we're having to unlearn. Unlearning takes time. You won't unlearn something overnight. You just won't, not properly. You have to unlearn what you have been learning and doing for most of your life, most likely. And then you have to learn something new. That takes time. Here's the thing though, the more you repeat something, the quicker you get to your destination. Okay? You have to repeat. Repetition, repetition, repetition. It has to be part of your daily habits or your daily rituals. It has to be embedded. Okay? So there's this, you know, this whole thing where, you know, years ago people were saying it takes 21 days to form a new habit. The truth of the matter is, however long it takes is down to you. Okay? It's down to how often you're repeating things, how often you're actively trying to learn, how often you're trying to, you know, unlearn as well. The effort, the alignment. Okay? And again, it's the same with our kids, right? So we can't expect them to learn something straight away. Every person has their own learning style. Every person has their own paradigms going on in their mind, things that they've picked up and believe to be true. We all have our own different belief systems going on, even children, you know. So we can't expect them to grasp things as quickly as we would desire them to. So it's going to require patience. You know, when you're telling them how to do something again for what feels like the 100th time for the day, and you're ready to pull all your hair out and scream. We need patience and we need understanding, and that same patience and understanding we need with ourselves as well. Okay? So here's one good question to ask yourself or ask your child. Maybe when they're not getting to grips with something, or maybe when you're kind of thinking, oh, what is this? Why am I not getting it? What can I do to make this easier? What can I do to help you to remember? Let me think of another one. What can I do to make it easier? What can I do to help you to remember? How can I support myself right now with this? How can I support you? Okay, so let's say, for example, your child is having an issue remembering something. You could go to your child and say, okay, I see that you're having a bit of difficulty with this. Your child will most probably say, yeah. What you can then say is, okay, what can I do to help you with this? What can we do? And you and your child can sit there and brainstorm together. If it's for yourself and you're thinking, right, okay, I'm having an issue with this, I'm just not getting it. I'm not getting it. What can I do to support myself right now? It may be stepping away from it, stepping away from what the perceived problem is, chilling out, allowing your mind to rest, to maybe receive the answer or the solution. It may even be reaching out to somebody in your connections or network, or somebody like myself, where you will say, look, you know, I need some help and assistance with this. I wondered if it's something that you could possibly support me with. Okay? But the key to change, the key to learning, the key to unlearning is repetition. And the truth is, we put so much pressure on ourselves to get things done like that. Bam, 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 do it fast. Da, da, da. We're watching everybody else. We're seeing everybody else getting results. We look inward and we think, I'm not. And then you feel rubbish. I've been there. I've been there with it. Okay, if you're watching, say hello. And the truth is, be kind to yourself. Go easy on yourself. Stop looking at everybody else. Everybody else have their own stuff going on. You don't know what's going on behind closed doors. Okay? Focus purely on yourself or on your child. Okay? Because we're all unique. We all have our own stuff. Yeah? But if you really want to change, you're going to have to commit. You're going to have to repeat. And you're just going to have to go easy on yourself. Some kids learn quicker than others, and that's okay. Some adults learn quicker than others, and that's okay too. But the point is that you are trying, and that you are staying as consistent as you can. And that's all you can do, and that's the best you can do. Okay? So I just wanted to give a quick top tip for you guys today, in terms of how to support yourself with learning or doing something new or unlearning, and how you can support your child as well. You know, the statements that I gave you in terms of asking, how can I support you right now? I can see that you're struggling. Wonder what we could do to kind of maybe support you or help you with this. You know, it opens up the lines of communication. It creates connection, regardless of whoever you do it with, including yourself, and you do get positive results from it. Okay, don't struggle alone. You don't have to. You know, be kind to yourself, be easy on yourself, be easy on your children. You know, and the less stress, the quicker you get to the desired results. Okay, so remember today, if you want to create some change in something, we must commit to repeating, and I promise you, you will get to where it is you want to be sooner than you think. Take care. Bye.